Hey, what's up, guys? I'm going to do a little experiment here on survival food. This should be pretty interesting. You guys have seen this. I've actually reviewed this before. This is the Datrex survival ration food. This is the stuff you see on life rafts. Okay, if you're out to sea and you get stranded or whatever, their emergency kit, they always have this food. It may not be this exact brand, but this is probably the most common of all of them. So this is what you're going to find out there. This is survival ration food. It's just the bare necessities. When I did the review, I mentioned that they're basically little bars. There's 18 bars in a pack. All right, and each one is kind of like a stale, sandy, not gingerbread, shortbread cookie. Okay, it's kind of sweet, kind of buttery, weird, very, very weird texture. It's compressed like a brick, but barely compressed. Like the second you touch it at all, it just crumbles into like sand. So it's really weird. And if you take too big of a bite or too big of a piece, it just it sucks the moisture out of your mouth. So anyway, here's the thing. Survival food, a lot of us preppers, and I wouldn't even consider myself a prepper. I prepare a heck of a lot more than the average person, but I don't focus specifically on prepping. I don't have the funds or the time to do so. If I can have a bunker and 15 years worth of food and 50 million rounds of ammo and 100 guns, yeah, of course I do that. We'd all do that. But in real life, you do what you can when you can. I have some survival food stashed away. I have some ammunition stashed away. Gear, flashlight, battery, stuff like that. But I'm not up to par on a quote-unquote prepper. Someone who's just hardcore 24/7, constantly, bagging beans and rice. That's not me. If I can afford to put more time towards it in the future, I'd love to, but that's just one of those things you get to when you get to it. And the idea behind prepping is that anything can happen anytime, so you don't know when, so you have to do it now. Now. So I'm like middle of the road here, okay? Not a hardcore prepper, but definitely more prepared than most people. Now here's the thing about survival food. Survival food isn't just for the zombie apocalypse. It's not just for a hurricane that comes in. It's not just for a terrorist attack. Sometimes you fall on hard times. Sometimes finances and bills are just pretty tight. And this month, bills are pretty tight for me. A lot of things came up and just, unexpected. That's life. You should always prepare, even financially, prepare for the future because things constantly pop up. Life is basically a series of events that you have to deal with, and some people deal with it better than others. But for me, survival food has actually come in handy. It's helped me to survive. Survive what? Just financial situation. That's all. I make enough money to pay my bills and stuff, but there's no money for food this month. So, of course, when I say that, I'm not, believe me, I'm not trying to do the boo-hoo, feel bad for me kind of thing. No. I like to pay my bills. I feel like it's a responsible thing to do to pay all my bills and all my bills on time. It's not like I'm going to go hungry. If I need to go to the food store, I would simply just not pay one of my other bills. But I don't want to do that. It makes no sense to the fees and the time, and plus it ruins your credit and everything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little experiment. And I am going to try to live on survival food. I need this food to survive. Now I have other survival food. I have like meals and like chicken a la king and beef stroganoff and all that kind of crap in dehydrated form. And by the way, I've dipped into that before. When I couldn't get to the food store because it was raining or something. In my situation, having no vehicle and being very far from stores, it's been a big convenience. So right off the bat, I can recommend survival food for anyone. I don't care if you live in the country, if you live in the city, if you're rich or if you're poor. Every now and then, it's good to have something because you never know what's going to pop up. Most of you, you don't have Datrex, food rations, but you do have survival food. It may be that pack of ramen noodles in the back of your cabinet from 1997, but a lot of you have experienced that when times are tough and you reach way back in your cabinet, you grab something, and you go, when did I even buy this? And you eat it with a frown. That's it. That's how you get better food. But yeah, I thought this would be a really interesting experiment. Now, I'm going to live on this, strictly this. This is all I'm going to eat, okay? Now, there's 18 bars in here. The rations are 1 bar per person per every 6 hours, okay? So basically, That's going to be 4 bars a day. There's 18 in here, so that's 4.5 days. I have 4.5 days worth of food if I just live on this. Now, in addition to this, I will have water. As much water as I want. I have bottled water. I can drink from my tap, although it's heavy in metal. By the way, that's why I do get bottled water. A lot of people tell me invest in a filter and stuff. In the future, I'd like to do that. Some kind of a filtration system. Of course, as far as prepping goes, that's a must-have. Water is the most important part in living. But anyway, yes, I'm going to, for as long as I can. I can't guarantee I'll last 4.5 days on this crap. It's basically sweet sand. But I'm going to try my darnest. And I'm going to document if I gain weight, if I lose weight from it, how I feel, my mood, everything. It's going to be documented. I don't know how many videos I'll do on this. It really just depends on what's going on. But basically, I'm going to live my life how I normally do. I'm not going to do anything extra strenuous on purpose. I am doing some gardening today, not so much because it's raining, but there is some yard work to do, so it's moderate use of my calories. Each one of these bars is, let's see, it's 200 calories per bar. All right, so 200 calories every 6 hours is what the intake is here, and that's giving you 800 calories a day. If it was a real, again, this is something that's provided on life rafts where you're not making fires and collecting wood and doing all kinds of crap like that. You're basically sitting and floating and trying your best not to puke your guts out from seasickness. So I'm going to try to mimic that as much as possible. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to go out of my way to exert energy because then obviously I need more calorie intake, which I'm not going to be able to get. I'm going to adhere to this instructions very strictly. So yeah, this should be a really interesting thing. By the way, the expiration date on these is October 10th of 2008. Yes, more interesting. But this stuff pretty much lasts indefinitely. It is what it is. It's all air. You can see it's vacuum sealed, and each individual bar is also wrapped as well. So, what's in this? The ingredients are wheat flour, vegetable shortening, cane sugar, water, coconut, and salt. So it's really, really basic. Like I said, it's basically a really crappy, sandy cookie. And you get one about yay big. Actually, you know what? It's noon right now. I didn't have anything since I woke up this morning. Last time I ate was last night or yesterday around 6:15, 6:20. That's when I had dinner. So I'm going to start this right now. It's actually a good time. I'll do one at noon, then obviously one at 6, and then it won't be exactly 6 hours, but before I go to bed, whatever time it is, I'll take the third one, and then when I wake up in the morning, about 6 o'clock or so, I'll have my breakfast. So yeah, we're going to start today. They'll give me a little bit more than 4.5 days then. So actually, you know what? Here, let me break into it, and I'll have one right now. So it's just a very strange experiment. This is helping me to survive. There's nothing going on in the world. Everything is just dandy. But in my own little world, it's something I need right now. So it'll be interesting to see how I actually feel and the effects of it and stuff. It actually would, one of two things are going to happen. Either I will stock up on many more of this. Now, I like this the most because this is the most calorie. Of all the survival foods, all the dehydrated stuff, the MREs, all that crap, this is the most calories in the smallest compact package that lasts the longest for a shelf life. Okay, there's things that taste better than this, but they're bulkier, they're bigger. There's things that maybe last just as long, but again, they're bigger, they're bulkier. It's also extremely affordable. You can refer to the review on this. Maybe I'll put it in the description box or something. But anyway, if I can last a couple days on this stuff, then I will stock more for the future, knowing that it works and it will be there for me if I need it in a serious situation. But for now, just a little test run. So I'm gonna crack into this. And here's the vacuum seal. Again, you get 18 bars, and each bar looks like this. Kind of strange. Today's EDC. I'm pretty colorful today. I got light blue shorts on and like a bluish purpley kind of thing and all kinds of colors. So I happen to EDC my dodo today. Bringing on the color. So let's break into this. Okay, little wrapper. And like I said, I mean, I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this, but I will certainly document everything if I feel something or just how I feel. Weight loss, of course, will be a big thing. I'm curious to see with moderate moving, just everyday moving. Like I said, maybe some yard work, some raking and stuff like that. See if I lose weight or gain weight from this, or just stay the same. I don't know. This thing, it's so crumbly and crappy. But all right, so it just breaks off in like pieces, and if I barely squeeze that, it'll just turn to dust. Now it suggests to have this with water if possible, as well as eat it in small pieces. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have a full video on how this tastes. It's not horrible. It's tolerable food. It's not just straight up brown rice. You know, it actually has some flavor. It's sweet. It's just like a really stale, disgusting cookie, but it's still a cookie, you know. So, yes, this is my lunch. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the next 4.5 days if I can handle it. So put in the comments, do you think I can last it? Do you think I can actually last 4.5 days on eating just this? One every 6 hours? I don't know. Oh, it's dry. We will see. All right, I'm going to finish this. I don't want to make you sit and watch me eat this whole thing. It's stupid. But I will finish this, and I will keep you posted. But seriously, for the next 4 days, that's all I got for food. And I'm interested in seeing how this could work out. Or perhaps doesn't work out. We'll see. Anyway, that's all. Sparty Dodo for all the knife people. Can't leave you hanging. Gotta show you something cool. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the food saga. And yeah, keep you posted. In between, if I have enough energy, I'll still make plenty of other videos. I have a bunch of knives, and you know, I gotta do some flashlight reviews. I've been putting it off forever. Here, let me show you. I got a bunch of lights here. There's actually one I want to do. I got this directly from Rayovac, and it's actually a really sweet flashlight. And it's funny because it's the largest tail clicky flashlight I think I've ever had. But it's actually really, really good. And they have a small version of this as well. So I might do a review on this pretty soon. I got other, smaller EDC style flashlights as well. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Tons of knives, all kinds of stuff to review. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And wish me luck finishing my lunch here. Take it easy.